So hi guys, welcome back to the data engineering interview series. So today, actually, earlier we were seeing some PySpark coding questions. Now I have decided to move to some different tech stacks, that is in Python, which is most important technology in data engineering. So today we will be or we will know how to write some basic Python questions which are commonly asked in an interview, in the data engineering interview, and later we will be solving some tricky and difficult Python questions also. So without wasting the time, let's start and jump to the questions. And there is one disclaimer about this video. I just want to say like that to all the data engineering uh, candidates who are preparing for the interviews, whether they are freshers or whether they are like experienced, please don't ignore this type of questions. Sometimes it happens like the interviewer will ask and these are tricky, like you may forget, but it happens like that you may forget to write at that time. So please try to practice these questions more and more. These are basics in nature, but yeah, they can be tricky in the interview. So yeah, let's start without wasting the time. So the first question we are gonna see is like writing write a Python code to check if a number is even or odd. Okay, so we'll see like how to write this code, whether the number is even or odd. Firstly, we will create a function, because we know that in Python functions are the most important things. We can play with functions, they have more number of options to deal with the large data sets also. So we'll create a function here. Let's do it, or we will do this even. We'll pass one number that we can give it as, and we'll return. So what exactly the condition for the even or odd is like that we know. So this is a basic mathematics here. If we want to know this, like which number is even or odd, we have to divide with this two, and if it is already uh, getting the remainder as 0, then it's even number. So let's take, and we'll call here this, sorry, pass any number. We can pass any number like 4, let's see, and we'll pass one odd number also. And we'll run it. You can click here also. So here we can see this is true or false. So 4, we know that it's divided by 2. It can be divided by 2, but 3 it's not. It can't be divided by 2. It has given true and false for this even 3. Let's move to the another question. So we'll know that how writing a Python code to concatenate two strings. So there are two strings, we need to concatenate, and we know like how to this. So right, let's take example the first string. I will take my name, or yeah, Vyomkesh. I will take it as Vyomkesh. Okay, so this is two string which we have taken. I'm just gonna write down here as a result we need to concatenate it str. let's see. So we can see that here it has already printed the string in a single line. And there is one thing which I am just going to highlight here, is like that here you can see that I have taken a space inside this double inverted comma. So if you don't want a space with this Vyomkesh Ashwardhan, and if we will remove this, it will not print that. So you can see that it has removed the spaces also. But yeah, it's better to give this a space, because anyhow it looks good, and what that is the only expectation we want. The another questions we will be jumping, like writing a Python program to find the maximum of three numbers. That is a very basic questions. We have already been solving this type of questions from the graduation level. So write a Python code the three numbers. Let's start. So we'll make a function. We have taken three numbers, sorry. Yeah, now we'll return the max of. So being like a data engineer, we know that we have to solve some questions, or solve many complex problems without wasting some time, or without going to make it large in the code. So we will use most of the time as a function. So if someone knows like how Python works, they can utilize those functions very frequently and can solve the questions in a minute or a second. We can pass any number, like let's take example 4 to 9. Let's see the result. Oh sorry, I just missed this one. Yeah, so we can see here it is 9. Even if you will change the order, it will give the 9. So that's the function works. Now we'll move to the another question. Write a Python program to calculate the factorial of a number. It's very basic. These questions are very basic in nature. We'll create one function. As we know, these functions are, we'll pass one number. Yeah, we'll check if n is equal to 0, we'll return 1. We'll see here. Yeah, so we can see this has already given 120 for the factorial of 5. Now this is a very basic question, how to convert a string into an integer. Right, Python code to convert integer. Yeah, so we'll take one string, as we know that. One second. Yeah, so I will just brief something here. When we consider this string, we can take a number also as a string here in Python. So let's assume that we have taken something as a string 1 2 3 4 5, and this will be considered as a string. So here whatever I have just let's give this, it will be considered as string. So str underscore num is a variable which contains 1 2 3 4 5 in a string, but we want this 1 2 3 4 5 as a number. So how to convert this, we'll see here, show you. Let's do this, it's very basic. We'll pass this one, and when we are going to print this and num, it's gonna give 1 2 3 4 5 as a number. So let's go and see. We can see this is 1 2 3 4 5, and if you want to use this we can show like that, or you can use this 1 2 3 4 5 data type conversion in the latter piece of the code, and you can try it, like it will be considered as a number, integer, sorry. So yeah, so for now let's have this type of questions for this. Yeah, we'll discuss the next set of questions in the upcoming videos. Thank you guys, please don't ignore this type of questions, these are very basics. I will explain some basic questions in the starting, and then we move to some difficult level questions, also some tricky questions asked in Python for the data engineering interviews. Bye bye.